D&D Mechanics in a minute or so. On paper, it's simple. You have a character, a sheet of paper, some numbers, a name with 13 apostrophes, a race, a class, and a tragic backstory you invented purely to justify why your character hates gnomes. You also get a bunch of stats. Strength, to leave the table with an enemy on it. Dexterity, to not drop it on yourself. Intelligence, to know whether a dragon actually has a throat. Charisma, to convince it that you definitely didn't eat its eggs. Then you pick a class, based entirely on vibes. Fighter likes hitting things. Wizard likes reading and blowing things up. Bard likes talking and sleeping through the campaign. Rogue, crime, but with character development. Your equipment says you're carrying armor, weapons, potions, random furniture, and about 7,000 gold coins. But the moment you try to lift the box, the DM asks, so, what's your strength? There are also experience levels, the officially sanctioned way of turning your character into something whose spells leave craters and whose smile can convince demons. Combat is turn-based, which means everyone politely stands around like villains in the Steven Seagal movie, thinking, okay, I'll wait my turn to attack because the rulebook says so. Spells are unhinged. Some turn fire into weapons of mass destruction, others force enemies to dance. Sometimes you're not sure if you're holding a spell that can wipe out an army or just a magical light shaped like ducks. Because the most important thing is her, the one, the unpredictable, the queen of every session, the D20. It decides whether you jump the cab, persuade the priest, steal the key, spot the trap, or avoid setting your eyebrows on fire. Every important action, a roll. Every decision, a roll. Every attempt to do anything meaningful, you guessed it, a roll. And that's when the drama starts. You roll a 20, perfect. Critical success. You hit the troll so hard it forgets its own name. You give it a speech so moving, even the necromancer starts believing in love. You pick a lock so quietly, the door doesn't even realize it's been opened. You roll a 1, well, you try to jump a puddle and somehow dislocate both knees. You cast the spell and set yourself on fire. You attack, drop your weapon, hit an ally, and then trip over your own familiar. Overall aura, minus 1,000. Like the video, subscribe to Vlad of Drakenhof, and hit the bell. That way you'll always roll a 20 on the next episodes. It's a lie, but I'm gonna try. Players fear the D20 like Texas, yet trust it more than each other. Eventually they stop trusting their stats and start treating dice like living beings. They keep special dice for important moments. They perform rituals and dances worthy of King Julian, and all for a good roll. And it still ends with, okay, but if this is a 1, I'm gonna cry. The rules say you have modifiers, bonuses, advantage, but in practice it all depends on whether fate decides you're a hero today or a spectacular failure with a footnote in the chronicles. Died because he catastrophically messed up while climbing the tree. And that's the charm of Dungeons & Dragons. You can be a legendary hero, a mighty wizard, a champion of the gods, but if you roll a 1, you'll still trip over your own cape. And watching over all of this is the Dungeon Master, a person with a god complex who created the world, planned the plot, and knows you'll ignore it anyway. Because every epic, heroic, multi-level adventure boils down to one question. Do you roll?